So you might have studied in your linear equations in the 8th or 9th standard.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, so fine. Now what we'll do is I'm going to take 1 by 4 e to the power of minus j omega. I'll take common here. So 1 by 4 e to the power of minus j omega. If I take common, the remaining term is, we should get 1 by 8 means the remaining thing is 1 by 2 into e to the power of minus j omega. When I take the product, I'll get back this one. Minus 1 will get here. Minus 1, when I multiply, I'll get back this one. So minus the remaining term is, if I take plus 1, okay, let us take minus 1 here. Minus 1, the remaining term will be, because we want the same terms here. So 1 by 2 into e to the power of minus j omega minus 1 here. So already we are studying in the high school sections. We have seen these things, how to factorize the quadratic equation. Now it can be written as 1 by 2 into e to the power of minus j omega minus 1 and 1 by
minus 2 j omega, no, sir.
Which one?
Yes, sir, that one, sir.
Yeah, when I take the product here, 1 by 4 into 1 by 2 will become 1 by 8. E to the power of minus j omega will become minus 2 j omega. When I take the product of this one, minus j omega will become minus 2 j omega. This into this will become 1 by 4 into e to the power of minus j omega will get. I'm taking the product here. Got it right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, when I take the product here, we should get back these terms. Okay, so the remaining quantity is 1 by 4 e to the power minus j omega minus 1. So this is equal to this what we'll get here. The denominator we can express as the product of the terms we can express like this. Okay, so usually we can express this one in terms of the we want in terms of 1 minus this one. So when I take the minus from this one, so I'm going to express this one as also as 1 minus 1 by 2 into e to the power of minus j omega. When I take minus common, I'll get minus 1 here. And similarly, when I take minus common here, I'll get minus 1. So it is 1 minus e to the power of minus j omega will get here. So this minus 1 will get cancelled with minus 1. So the denominator, whatever the denominator is it, so the denominator will become equal to the, so 1 minus 1 by 2 into e to the power of minus j omega. 1 minus 1 by 4 into e to the power of minus j omega. Okay, so we'll get this one. We'll substitute back in the expression for the x of e to the power of j omega. So factorizing this one is very important. So how we are going to factorize, that depends, and the problem solution will become easy. So we can rewrite as 3 minus 5 by 4 e to the power of minus j omega. So divided by 1 minus 1 by 2 e to the power of minus j omega into 1 minus 1 by 4 e to the power of minus j omega. You can see now, right? So this is what the x of e to the power of j omega we have factorized. Then now let us express this one in terms of the partial fraction expansion. So this one we can write as a divided by the denominator. So 1 minus 1 by 2 e to the power of minus j omega plus b divided by 1 minus 1 by 4 e to the power of minus j omega. E to the power of minus j omega. So we'll factorize like this. Now let us find out the let us take the LCM and we'll find out the values for the a and b. So let us take the LCM. When I take the LCM, it will become, so 3 minus 5 by 4 e to the power of minus j omega. So this one divided by the denominator. So 1 minus 1 by 2 e to the power of minus j omega. 1 minus 1 by 4 e to the power of minus j omega. Okay, so this is equal to a into 1 minus 1 by 4 e to the power of minus j omega. Okay, so plus b into, so for the b we are going to multiply this one. So it is 1 minus 1 by 2 e to the power of minus j omega. So whole thing divided by the LCM, whatever the product you are going to take, 1 minus 1 by 2 e to the power of minus j omega into 1 minus 1 by 4 e to the power of minus j omega. Now this denominator will get cancelled with this one. Only we are left out with the numerator. So right, the denominator we can cancel here. So this denominator we can cancel. We are left out only with the numerator. The numerator is this one. So I'll rewrite this expression. Everyone taken, right? So I'll rewrite the expression. So it has become, so 3 minus 5 by 4 e to the power of minus j omega. So this is equal to a into multiply by this one. So a into 1 minus 1 by 4 e to the power of minus j omega plus b into 1 minus 1 by 2 e to the power of minus j omega. So we'll get these terms. Now let us find the value for the a and b. So here we need to make 1 minus 1 by 2 e to the power of minus j omega is equal to 0. So we can substitute e to the power of minus j omega as 2 we can substitute here. Okay, so as we did in the previous problem. So what we need to do is we need to make e to the 1 minus 1 by 2 e to the power of minus j omega. We need to make it as 0 here. So in order to make it as 0, so let us solve for this one. We can substitute e to the power of minus j omega is equal to 2 we can substitute here. So send this one, it will become positive. So e to the power minus j omega is equal to, if I substitute here, so this will become equal to 0 here. Okay, so let us substitute. Like you can call this as equation number 2 here. And the previous equation, whatever this equation, we can call it as equation number 1 here. We can call this as equation number 1 and call this as a equation number 2. So let e to the power of minus j omega is equal to 2 in the equation 2. In the equation 2, let us substitute this as 2 here. So it has become 3 minus, so this e to the power of minus j omega we can substitute as 2 here. So 5 by 4 into 2, so is equal to a into 1 minus 1 by 4 into 2 plus b into, it will become 0. It will become 0. So let us simplify. So 2 ones are 2 twos are, so minus 5 by 2 will become, minus 5 by 2 is 2.5. So 3 minus 2.5 is 1 by 2 will get. And 2 by 2 is nothing but, so it will become a into 1 by 2. So this implies a is equal to the 1 will get here. A is equal to 1. Okay. So similar way, substitute. So in order to make the a term as 0, we can substitute e to the power of minus j omega is equal to, let us substitute as 4 here. 4. And let us find the value of 4 in equation 2. In the equation 2, let us substitute as 4 here. And let us find the value for the b. So tell me the value for b. So just a minute, I'll get the pen. Okay, so I'll get the sketch pen. So by the time you find the value for the, do it fast.
Sir,
Done?
Yes, sir.
What's the value you got?
2, sir.
you see, sir, this
Yeah,
A will be -1. No?
Tell me.
This A will be -1.
It will become, so this is 3
-1.
minus, this is 2 ones are 2 twos, no? So 5 by 2 is 2.5. So 3 minus 2.5 is 0.5 is nothing but 1 by 2. So here this is 2 ones are 2 twos are. So 1 by 2, 1 minus 1 by 2 is off. So half will gets cancelled. A will become equal to 1.
Yes, sir. Correct on this.
Yeah, correct. No? So B will become equal to the 2 will get. Got right? Everyone got the value for B is equal to 2. Now let us substitute in the expression for the x of e to the power of j omega. So it is a divided by 1 minus 1 by 2 into e to the power of minus j omega. So once if you are done with the partial fraction, the rest of the things is very simple. So 1 minus 1 by 2 into e to the power of minus j omega plus b. So 2 divided by 1 by 1 minus 4 into e to the power of minus j omega. It's visible, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So black color sketch pen is not there. So I'm using blue color one. So fine. Now we know that. So we know the DTFT of alpha to the power of n into e to the power of minus j omega. The corresponding DTFT. It is 1 divided by 1 minus alpha into e to the power of minus j omega. So let us take the inverse DTFT by using this one. So if you take inverse DTFT, then you can write take inverse DTFT, take I DTFT. So x of n will become 1 by 2 into 2 to the power of n into u of n minus. So this is 1 by 4 to the power of n into u of n will get 1 by 4 to the power of n into u of n. So right, so like this we can find out by using the partial fraction expansion. So usually one problem will be there on the inverse DTFT, one problem will be there on the property, one properties they will ask, and one problem will be there based on the normal solution we can find out. And like the marks will be distributed, 20 marks will be distributed like this. So some 4 marks for the properties, some 6 marks for the problem, and some 6 marks for the inverse DTFT. So I think everyone has done. I'll go for the next problem. So in the next program, we'll see something different here. So done. Take, determine the signal x of n determine the signal x of n corresponding to x of e to the power of j omega, x of e to the power of j omega. So this is equal to 0 from 0 is less than omega is less than or equal to omega naught, and it is equal to 1 from omega is less than, omega naught is less than magnitude of omega is less than or equal to the pi, less than or equal to pi. So this is equal to the 1. So this is similar to the something called high pass filter. This is similar to something high pass filter. So just whenever the magnitude is there, we can assume that this is it can take both positive and negative values. And since omega naught is there, so I can mark the DTFT like this. So assume this is x of e to the power of j omega, and this is the omega axis, and this is something called omega naught, and this is something called pi. And since it can take the value both on the negative and positive axis, we can write like this also. We can extend for the negative also. So practically the negative frequencies does not exist. Practically the negative frequencies does not exist. So just in order to provide the stability in the mathematical expression for the DTFT or the Fourier transform, we are going to take the negative frequencies. Okay, so getting it right. So in the YY, if anyone asks whether the negative frequencies will exist, no, it does not exist. just to provide the stability in the mathematical expression, we are going to take the negative frequencies also we are going to take here. So right, so from omega naught to pi, so from omega naught to pi, it is equal to the 1 year. So this is equal to 1. Okay, so again from minus omega naught to the minus pi, so minus omega naught to the minus pi, so this is equal to the 1. So this is equal to 1. So this is similar to, as I told, this is similar to the high pass filter. It is going to pass only the high frequency content. Then low frequency content, it is not going to be passed. Now let us find out the inverse DTFT. So in order to find the inverse DTFT, we'll make use of the formula. We'll make use of the formula and we'll find out here. So so from the DTFT we have, from the inverse DTFT, what we have is, so x of n is equal to 1 over 2 pi integral from minus pi to the pi. So whenever the axis is omega, we are going to take the within from minus pi to plus pi we'll take here. Suppose if it is in terms of the frequency of, we are going to take from minus infinity to the plus infinity we'll take here. So in the next semester, in the principles of communication systems, there we are going to use the minus infinity to plus infinity, because you are going to make use of DF, you are going to use DF, the frequency. Okay, here we are using the angular frequency using, that's why I'm going to take from minus pi to the plus pi. So I think I'm giving the difference between these terms. So it is e to the power plus j omega into n into d omega. Because it's a continuous in the frequency, that's why I'm going to use the integration. But in the time domain, it's a discrete, we are going to use the summation. Got it right? So the differences I'm telling, and I think it's clear between the time domain and the frequency domain expression. Now, from minus pi to the minus omega naught, it is equal to 1. Again, from omega naught to pi, it is equal to 1. I'm going to split the integrals into the two parts based on these existence of the given signal. So I'm going to split here. X of n is equal to 1 over 2 pi. The integral is from minus pi to the minus omega naught. It is equal to 1 into e to the power of plus j omega into n into d omega plus, so this 1 by 2 pi is there for the 2. So again from pi to the omega, sorry, it is omega to the pi, omega to the pi, it is 1 into e to the power plus j omega into n into d omega. So right, now we'll integrate this one. So integration of e to the power of ax is e to the power of ax by a, and let us apply the limits here. So you know this one. So 1 over 2 pi. The integration of this one is e to the power of ax. So we are integrating with respect to omega. The constant is nothing but j into n is the constant. The limit is from minus pi to the minus omega naught, plus the integration of this one is e to the power of j omega n. The constant is nothing but jn. The limit is from omega to the pi. Omega to the pi. So let us take jn is the constant. We can move outside the. Let us take that common here. So it is n pi into 2j, n pi into 2j. Let us apply these limits. The upper limit is omega naught. So e to the power of minus j omega naught into n. In place of omega, we are going to substitute this one. Minus e to the power of, the lower limit is minus here, minus j pi into n, minus j pi into n. So plus this one is e to the power of j. The upper limit is pi here, so pi into n, minus the lower limit is e to the power of j. This is omega naught. Sorry, this is omega naught. So just make the correction. This is omega naught here. So e to the power of j omega naught into n. So right. Now we can take e to the power of j pi n. We can group this as a one sign term here, and this one we can group it as another sign term. Another sign term we can group it here. So what we can do is, so 2j is there. 2j we can multiply for these two terms here. So I'll write in the next page. So I think everyone has taken, right? Take everyone. So I'll write in the next page. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to group these two together terms minus these two together terms group one terms. These two terms as one group. Like this we'll do it. So I'll take. Okay, so I think this is the script is there. So I'll continue here. So x of n is equal to So 1 over pi into n, pi into n. So I'm going to group these terms together here. So e to the power of j pi n minus e to the power of minus j pi n. So divided by 2j. So we make it as a one sine function here. Sine function plus, sorry, I'll take minus common here. Minus, so here e to the power of j omega naught n minus e to the power of minus j omega naught n divided by 2j divided by 2j. So here e to the power of j theta minus e to the power of d theta divided by 2j is nothing but 1 sin theta will get here, another sine function. So it has become sine pi n. Okay, so this is sine pi n divided by pi n minus this is sine omega naught n divided by pi n will get here, sine omega naught divided by pi n. Okay, and also one more thing. So sine pi n, when I substitute n is equal to 0, it will become sine 0. So sine 0 is nothing but 0 only. When I substitute n is equal to 1, it will become sine pi. Sine pi is also 0. When I substitute n is equal to 2, so this will also become sine 2 pi, it is equal to 0. So we can say that this entire term is equal to 0. We can say it. The only left out term is x of n is equal to, so it is minus sine omega naught n divided by pi into n will get here. So this is the x of n. So done. Any doubts in this one? Any doubts?
No, sir.
Okay. So like this, by using the formula method, we can find out the inverse DTFT. We'll find out the inverse DTFT. Let us take one more problem. So take x of n is equal to, so we need to find out the inverse DTFT. It is given x of e to the power of j omega is equal to, you can take cos omega plus j sin omega, cos omega plus j sin omega. So we know that cos theta plus j sin theta can be written as e to the power of j theta. So e to the power of j theta, there is nothing but e to the power of j omega cos theta plus j sin theta. So we can write this as e to the power of j omega. So here we need to find out the inverse DTFT of this one. So to find the inverse DTFT of this one, we have to follow the formula method only. So we can't do by using the normal method. That is partial fraction. It is not possible. We have to go for the formula method. So let us consider inverse DTFT formula. So we have x of n is equal to 1 over 2 pi. 1 over 2 pi. Since the limit is not given, so it can extend from the minus pi to the plus pi, it will extend here. Okay. So before that, instead of going for formula method, we can do directly like this here. Okay. So from the the set of the DTFT formulas, what we have come across is, okay. So just I'll recall the set of the DTFT formulas we have come across. So we have the DTFT of some general terms we have. Yeah, so we have some DTFT of general terms here. So the DTFT of delta of n is nothing but 1, and delta of n minus k is equal to e to the power of minus j omega, and delta of n plus k is equal to e to the power of j omega k. So based on this one, let us find out the inverse DTFT of this term here. This one. So since it is the e to the power of j omega is there, the inverse DTFT we can write by applying the time shift property as delta of n plus 1 we can write directly here. N plus 1 we can write directly. So let us do for this one. So let us take, we know that the delta of n, the inverse DTFT is equal to 1. The delta of n, the inverse DTFT is equal to 1. And similarly, if you have delta of n plus k, if you take the DTFT of this one, the DTFT of delta of n plus k, so this is equal to the e to the power of, so by applying the time shift property, it will become e to the power of j omega into k. E to the power of j omega into k. So by using this one, in place of k, we have 1 here. So therefore, using this, let us take inverse DTFT of x of e to the power of j omega. So if you take, it will become x of n will become delta of n plus 1 will get here. Delta of n plus 1. That is the inverse dt of t of this e to the power of j omega. Done. So right, we got this one. I'll go for the next problem. So any doubts in this one? So like this, by applying the general term, we can find out. I'll take the next one. So take problem number 4. Determine the signal x of n. Determine the signal x of n. Determine the signal x of n. Determine the signal x of n for the spectrum. For the spectrum, spectrum is nothing but the frequency domain representation. You are going to call it as a spectrum. You are going to call spectrum shown in the figure below. Shown in the figure below. So we need to find out the inverse dt of t of this one. So let us take the spectrum. The spectrum is, so it is, so from it is having the staircase representation like this. So whatever will be there in the negative axis, the same thing we are going to get in the positive axis also. So this is x of e to the power of j omega. So this is the omega axis. And this value is equal to 1, and this value is equal to 2. And this is from 8 pi by 10, and this is 9 pi by 10, and this is pi. So similarly, minus 8 pi by 10, and this is minus 9 pi by 10, and this is minus pi. So it is having the value 1 from 8 pi by to the 9 pi by 10, and it is having the value 2 from this 9 to the pi. It is having the value 2. It is having the value 2 here. Take the spectrum. Spectrum is nothing but the frequency domain representation. You are going to call it as a spectrum. You are going to call. Okay, so now write the inverse dt of t formula. By using the formula method, we need to evaluate. So it is 1 over 2 pi. The integral is from minus pi to the plus pi. X of e to the power of j omega into e to the power of j omega n into d omega. Okay. Now this having the value. So from minus pi to minus 9 pi pi, it is having the value 2. Again from this to this, it is having the value 1. Again, we need to split into the 4 integrals. We need to split here 4 integral parts. So let us split it here. So 1 over 2 pi. Okay, so it is from minus pi is the lowest value to the minus 9 pi by 10. The value of this one is, it is 2 into e to the power of j omega n into d omega. This is the first integral part. The second integral part is from minus 9 pi by 10 to the minus 8 pi by 10. The value is nothing but 1 into e to the power of j omega n into d omega, plus again from 8 to the 9, the integral from 8 pi by 10 to the 9 pi by 10. So the value is 1 into e to the power of j omega n into d omega. Again, the last integral is from 9 pi by 10 to the pi. The value is nothing but 2 into e to the power of j omega n into d omega. Done. Okay, now let us do integrate this one. Evaluate the integrate and find the answer. So do this as a homework. So already I done this kind of problem. You can do this as a homework. Okay, so do all of you do it as a homework. Can you do this one? Can you do this as a homework?
Yes, sir. What should be the answer, sir?
So answer should be in terms of the sine function we'll get here. So one is 2 plus this one 2. So I think one sine function will get 2 sine functions will get. So I'll get the 2 sine functions we'll get. So accordingly you can do integrate this one. Okay. we'll get in terms of sine function we'll get. So take the next problem. Problem number 5. So x of e to the power of j omega is equal to, it is 1 plus 2 cos omega plus 3 cos 2 omega. 3 cos 2 omega. So we need to find out the inverse DTFT of this one. So 1 plus 2 cos omega plus 3 cos 2 omega. So here, in order to find the inverse DTFT, I can express the cos function as the e to the power of j theta plus e to the power of minus j theta divided by 2. So we'll do express like this here. So 2 into e to the power of j omega, okay, plus e to the power of minus j omega divided by 2. So divided by 2. So we can split here. So divided by 2 into 2 plus 3 into e to the power of j2 omega plus e to the power of minus j2 omega. So divided by 2. Okay, so here this 2 gets cancelled. So we can write x of e to the power of j omega as 1 plus e to the power of minus j omega plus 3 by 2 into e to the power of j omega plus 3 by 2 into e to the power of minus j omega. So right, this is 3 by 2, 3 by 2. And in order to take the inverse DTFT, I'll consider recall the same thing what we have seen. So delta of n, the DTFT will become 1. Delta of n minus k, the DTFT has become e to the power of j